Hey guys, my name's Julia, for those of you who don't know me, and today I want to talk about what happens when you get more potent and more aware and you think your life is falling apart and you want to kill everybody. Not that I've ever been there, but what can happen sometimes when you are using the tools of access and you're actually becoming more aware of what's possible for you, more aware of your potency, more aware of the future that you would like to create, but you haven't fully acknowledged everything that you've changed. What can happen is it creates a place where you haven't realized that you've changed tracks. You haven't realized that you're creating a different future than you were before you made the choices. And it creates a place where we go kind of crazy. And I was going kind of crazy earlier tonight. And I just finished facilitating this weekend a class in northern Alberta. And it was a great class. It was a poem class. My host was amazing and she ran my bars every single day of the class. And so I personally got so much change. And I came home, and what I have tended to do in the past is dismiss the change that I've created in my life and other people's lives rather than acknowledging the change that I've created in my life and other people's lives. And acknowledging the change that you create is one of the most amazing gifts that you can give yourself. It's one of the greatest things that you can do for yourself. But that has not been normal to me. When I first started dating my husband, he used to talk about my career as though I had a legitimate career, like as an access facilitator. And I do have a legitimate career, but nobody around me could understand what I was doing. So because they didn't see it as something true, as something great, as something possible, I didn't see it as something true and something great and something possible. And I have to thank my husband, Anthony, because he was one of the first people I ever heard talk about what I was doing as though it was something great. So everywhere that you guys are not willing to see what you're doing as something phenomenal, legitimate, amazing, great, wonderful, and like a true contribution to the world, will you destroy and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pock and podge, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because it's like doing something that's beyond this reality doesn't really get validated anywhere in this reality. And we're used to looking for validation because validation is like how we know that we're okay and we're right, and we look by other people's standards to see if what we're doing is great. And for me, when I look by other people's standards for what's great, it does not do well for me. And the times when I do look at what I have created and I go, whoa, that was actually amazing. That actually changed something in the world and made the world a greater, brighter, and lighter place. That is when my whole life does change and things get better. And so it's a constant practice for me to remember to do that. And you know, I invite you to remember that you're not alone, but that you're the only one who can validate you at the same time. And you have to look at what you do and realize, wow, this is something worth doing. This is something great. You know, whatever it is that makes you happy and makes your life worth living is something that changes the whole world. Because when you're happy, you inspire everybody around you, and they can't hold their upset and unhappiness and grumpiness in place. So it's not necessarily an easy thing to do when you've been trapped in this reality, but really, what is valuable about you that you are not willing to perceive, know, be, and receive? That's an awesome question. And I ask it all the time. It's actually up in my bathroom on the wall on a cue card. So, what's valuable about you that you're not willing to perceive, know, be, and receive? Because gosh dang, do we buy other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions as real and true, and I'm sure some of you watching this video have had panic attacks, and you've been suicidal, and you've been depressed, and none of those things are yours. It's just a bad game of Chinese whispers. I was going to say Chinese checkers. It's just a bad game of Chinese whispers throughout the universe. And it's like everything that is heavy is not yours. And it's just more real to us that it is ours, and suffering is more real to us. But there is a different reality beyond this reality. And if you're willing to have it and you're willing to know it's true, there's a sparkling, joyous, bright, light, wonderful place, a space of kindness and gratitude, peace and calm, like the bar from the bars. It's absolutely amazing what's available. It's amazing what we really are capable of, and it's amazing how light of beings we really are when we actually function the way we were meant to function. So I'm grateful for you guys, and how does it get better than this, and what else is possible, and what's valuable about you that you haven't yet acknowledged. Good night, everybody. Bye.